Hello everybody and welcome to this week's episode of the Mandala Effect. Thank you everybody for tuning in and listening. I'm so excited because this podcast is growing week on week. We are having some really incredible conversations. A few weeks ago I was joined for a 3-part series with my teacher, Master Deb Olm, and last week I was joined by my old coach and dear friend Kyle Cease. If anybody has not listened to those episodes, I would highly recommend you go and listen to them. And I have some other amazing guests lined up for you in the coming weeks. So it's just really, I love doing this podcast. I love the conversations that I get to have, whether they're on my own or whether they're with somebody who really inspires me. I love sharing this journey with you. So thanks for listening, and to help it grow, if you could share, follow us, do the things that the algorithms love, or even just pass it on to a friend, that would really, really help, because the point of this podcast is that as we help ourselves grow, as we connect more to ourselves, we ultimately help the people around us grow. We inspire the other people around us and we encourage them to step into their best selves. Whether we are conscious that we're doing it or we're not, it's an energetic thing as well as a physical reality thing. So let's get the word out about our personal growth and see how much we can change the world. So this week I want to talk about what happens when shit hits the fan, and how meditation can help you when shit hits the fan. Because life is an experience, right? We think of this life as humans, and with our ego mind, we think of this life as the be all and end all. Who I am, what I do, what I achieve is the be all and end all, and that is what determines my worth as a human. It's not true. What other people think of you doesn't matter. What you achieve doesn't actually matter. You are in this life, living this journey, to experience life. You're here to experience life. You are here to learn lessons. And we believe that we need to be a certain way, do a certain thing in order to be worthy. But what if we were just worthy just because? Life is an experience, and what if we were just here to experience life without placing judgment on ourselves about what we were doing and what was happening in our lives? If life was always enjoyable, do you think that you might be bored? Well, you would be, because your ego is basically running your life, and your ego's job is to fix challenges. So let's just think, yes, we're the creators of our reality, and we are mostly unconsciously creating our reality, which is why a lot of the work I do helps make the unconscious conscious, so that we can consciously create our reality. But there are always going to be challenges. A couple of weeks ago, I shared about the churning of the ocean, and how as we churn the ocean of the unconscious mind, challenges are going to come up, and that's okay, because we have to experience them. We have to experience them and move through them. So when these challenges show up, how do we cope? What do we do? Because to our ego, it's terrifying, it's death, it's like we can be filled with fear. I'll use myself as an example here. I am facing some challenges that I never thought I would have to face, I've faced other challenges before. I had cancer 2 years ago, and I never thought I would have to face that, but there are challenges going on in my life that my ego is responding to with fear, and that is creating stress within my body. It's creating my mind to be in overdrive a lot of the time. Now, and what happens then is our ego says, it kind of puts up a fight and goes, right, okay, well, we can't do anything. We have to stay. It's like the fight, flight or freeze. That's what the ego goes into. It's your survival instinct, basically. So fight, flight or freeze. And so, yeah, I just confused myself then. So if we're in, so our ego can freeze and it can stop doing the things that it knows are going to help us. So like, and it just runs towards comfort. So working out, for instance, if you're stressed at work, your ego might be like, well, don't work out today, don't exercise today, you need to rest, you need to sit down. But then let's think about the actual benefits that working out can give us. It does help relieve stress. It helps move the energy throughout our body. But the ego wants to keep you in comfort and safety. So it doesn't want you to go towards the discomfort. But actually, to get through anything, we have to go towards the discomfort and we have to face it. Because if we don't face it, then it's just going to get worse. But so the ego will try and keep you safe. It will try and just keep you in this comfort zone, so we stop doing the things that we know that help us, and then things spiral. And I've noticed this in the challenges that I'm facing at the moment, because I thought, well, my ego's been telling my mind, or like telling my body, okay, we're really tired, we're too tired to meditate, too tired to work out, too stressed to do this. And you know, I get it, our bodies need rest. I needed a day, like I needed some time to cry, I needed some time to sit in the sun and just feel. But I know there are certain types of meditations that will really help me come back to myself and connect to my power, and I haven't been doing them. Yesterday, for example, was an extremely difficult day for me. My body was experiencing fear, anxiety, and I sat and I felt it all. I spoke to a friend on Monday, and then she checked in with me, and I sent her a message like with a gif of Beyonce strutting onto the stage, and I was like, me soon. And then she sent me back a gif of this little girl like crying and going, oh. Sorry if you're listening to the podcast, my actions on YouTube are amazing. This little girl going, oh, and like crying, and she was like, yeah, but this is you now, we need to love her. So I have been feeling all of these emotions and sitting with them, and then I thought, right, okay, so I'm feeling these, I'm here with these, I'm here with myself, but I also need to be with my higher self. I need to connect to the power within me that I know can give me the strength to overcome what I'm going through. So I decided last night that no matter what, I was going to do this meditation that I knew would really help me. And I made sure I was ready to go to bed early. I did my evening routine, and then I went and I sat down and meditated, and I went deep, and I connected, and it was an energy center meditation. So connecting with each energy center within my body, connecting, grounding myself, connecting to my creativity, my power, my love, my voice, my intuition and my higher self, and the connection to the all that is. And it was such a profound meditation, and I was exhausted by the end of it. And yeah, my mind kind of chattered through it, because when we are stressed, our mind chatters more. And if you are meditating while you're stressed and your mind is chattering, just let your mind go. Observe the thoughts. No, you're not the thoughts, and you come back to it. And so I did this meditation, and I went to sleep, and I then, as I was going to sleep, I listened to something so powerful as I was falling asleep, as another, like an add-on to my meditation, because I was already in the brainwaves to kind of soak in the power of this meditation, this reprogramming of my subconscious mind. I was already in that state. So I put that on, I went to sleep, and this morning I've woken up with so much fire, so much power, like knowing that I am the creator and that I am just here to experience what I'm going through. And I can experience it with fear, or I can experience it from the powerful woman that I am and the powerful being that I am here to be. So this just really brought me back to the power of meditation. And I do, I teach this stuff. I've got masterclasses on this. I've got incredible services around meditation that I offer to people because I understand the power of it. Meditation helped me heal cancer. Meditation has helped me create this life of love and freedom that I am living. But I sort of had forgotten that the power of meditation when you're facing a challenge, and it doesn't have to be a guided meditation, but it can be a silent meditation. The connection to yourself in silence is so powerful, and the silence allows stuff to come through. It allows us to work through stuff. Basically, there are lots of different meditation techniques, and you have to choose what works for you. And there are different things for different times. So I will always meditate in silence every single day, because that's my connection. That's my grounding. It's my connection to self. It's my connection to source. And it has physical benefits like stress reduction, better sleep, better mental health, all of that kind of stuff that you see promoted in the mainstream, but it has a massive spiritual benefit as well. So I always meditate in silence every single day, but then I have certain guided meditations and visualizations that I do that help me get through anything. So I kind of pick and choose, and it's like when I'm speaking with a client, we'll kind of prescribe a certain type of meditation. All of these different types of meditation can ultimately help you connect to what it is that you need to connect to in order to get through challenges. So if your body's in stress, you need to calm your nervous system down. If you want to create, you need to connect to source and to your heart. And when you are facing a particular challenges, what meditation does, especially a silent meditation where we just observe our thoughts, it helps us understand that we are simply here to experience. You are simply here to live this experience. You don't and face what comes up. You're here to face what comes up. You're here to enjoy the blessings. You're here to love. You are here to feel pain. You're here to feel heartbreak. You're here to help others. You are here to do absolutely everything that your heart desires. And if your heart desires something, then you are here to do that, because your heart desires it for a reason. But we have all of this conditioning that gets in the way of that. So all of this conditioning labels experiences as good or bad. It labels us as good or bad. And meditation helps us step away from that. It helps us create this equanimity. It helps us create this non-judgment and non-attachment, because we're just observing thoughts. And then as we go into life, we can just observe life. We become the player of the game, not the player in the game. We understand that we are in this world, but we are not of it. We are not living controlled by the matrix. We are living within the matrix and experiencing within the matrix. So meditation helps on so many different levels that a little 20-minute podcast isn't you need to experience it for yourself. But creating this equanimity and this kind of non-judgment of ourselves and this non-attachment to the experiences that we face are gonna help you get through the challenges much, much easier, because you understand that it isn't you. It's not the truth of who you are, what you're going through. it isn't what, you're not being given this experience because you're bad. You're not being given this experience because the universe is punishing you. You're not being given this this amazing experience because you're better than anybody else or because you've worked particularly hard. It's just where you are in your consciousness, where you are on your journey, and that is what is coming for you. That is what you are here to experience right now. So if we can just understand that we're here to experience and experience fully, live fully, laugh fully, love fully, cry fully, shout and scream fully, like show up and play all out in this game of life, then it suddenly becomes much more simple. And life works through you. You flow with the universe. You don't fight against it. And whilst that's terrifying to your ego will fight and scream and shout, and it will not want you to do it, which is why your ego will tell you don't have time to meditate. But that's not true, because the ego is just trying to keep you safe and keep you small. But when we can step out of the ego and become the observer, the pure awareness that we really truly are, then, like I say, you become the player of the game of life. You're not attached in this game of life. When we can learn to understand the truth of who we really are. So I guess that's the long way of saying that, like, this is how meditation can help you through challenges, because it helps you not only regulate your nervous system, not only help you reduce the stress in your life, not only keep you grounded, keep you connected, but it and feeling supported, but it helps you because it helps you connect to your power and to the powers outside of us. And as you observe the thoughts in meditation, you are becoming the observer, becoming the pure awareness that you really are, and understanding that you're so much more than this human body. You understand, I guess, the reality, and the reality is that you are being lived by a higher, by source energy. And you're here as a human to experience that. So our life is an experience, and in our soul's journey, it is a very, very small drop in the ocean. So whilst challenges can feel extremely real and extremely terrifying sometimes as we're going through them, know that the challenge isn't you, and it isn't the end of you if something doesn't go how your ego wants it to go. It is just an experience. It's just a lesson. It is what you're here to do. Is just live life. And it sounds so simple, but I know that when we're facing the ego, that it isn't. So I really encourage you to meditate silently, and guided meditations. And the meditation that I did last night after my energy cleansing meditation, I recorded myself a visualization to remind me of who I am, to remind me of my higher self, that I am already my higher self, that I am already connected to consciousness, and that I am the creator of my reality. And I am listening to it every single night to help me reprogram my subconscious mind to understand that I am not the small self, and I am the awareness. I am powerful, and I in love with the life that I live. And it's creating profound change in my life, but within myself, within my heart. For me to wake up this morning with an open heart and a fire in my stomach after how I felt yesterday is incredible. So I recorded this meditation on a bit of a whim last week, and I thought, well, you know, this is really powerful to hear this, to hear my higher self talk to me. Because when I recorded the meditation, I went somewhere else. It wasn't me. It wasn't the small me. It was my higher self. I channeled consciousness through this meditation. And so I hear this meditation and it hits on a deeper level. And so I have begun offering these meditations as a personalized meditation session and higher self journey for my clients. And we have a Zoom call and a conversation about what you're facing and where you are now. And it's a sort of a mini coaching session, and we pick out like the higher version, and then I channel a meditation for you, and we record it, and you get to listen to it every single day so that you connect to your higher self every single day and understand that you're not the challengers and that you are the creator of your reality. So I'm really, really excited. This is a brand new offering, and I'm so excited to share it with you and with the world. So if you're interested in that, I'll put the link in the description so you can go and check it out. And maybe I'll see you on a call, and we'll create this beautiful meditation for you. But I hope that this has helped. If you're facing some challenge, I know that I've rambled a bit and that I may not have made sense throughout all of it, because it is such a big topic. But I guess the points are, let's just live life as an experience, and you can use meditation to help you do that. And enjoy your experience as much as you possibly can. So I will love you and leave you. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Mandala Effect. Again, if you like it, please share it or like it, comment, subscribe, do what you've got to do. And I will see you next week. Lots of love.